Hi, who are you? I've been living here for thousands of years and have never seen anyone arrive by sea.
I am a colonizer. I have come to take over your land with an economic aim of conquest. I hope to establish unequal relations of power between my people and yours.
I think that we are doing just fine without you.
I am sorry that you feel that way, but my country's position as a world power matters, and our financial status depends upon this conquest. It is our responsibility to keep the world safe and make sure that nobody starves or anything. Excuse me as I move into your land for a few decades.
What if I say no?
Then there will be violence. It is possible that I will enslave your people, either by literally making you my slaves or by imposing laws that make it impossible for you to remain self-sustaining. For instance, those crops that you are growing. Perhaps they could be better used in England instead of here.
You are really doing this, aren't you?
Yes, I will now dance around to symbolize the fact that decades have now passed with me in control of your land and your people.
Okay, now that decades have passed with you in charge, I would like you to leave. My people will overthrow you.
Yikes. I will fight back, but I can see that you want to be independent, so I will leave.
Now that you are leaving, we can call this the post-colonial era for our country because it is after colonialism.
You know, of course, that you will never really be independent.
With you gone, we will.
You might be independent by name, but in the era of post-colonialism, you will experience an identity crisis as a people. I spent many years trying to convince you to be like me, to love the Western world and capitalism, and to think that your traditional ways are substandard.
That's true, you did. I feel quite brainwashed by you. In this post-colonial era, I will have to try to remember how things were before you arrived. But I will never be able to go back to that time in the same way. Still, I want to try to embrace my culture and identity.
You will also face a lot of poverty, as I will be taking most of your country's resources with me. It will be chaos as you try to find a leader to replace me. There will likely be much internal conflict, perhaps even civil war, as your newly independent country tries to become reborn.
And I, as a woman, will experience the economic downturn more than anyone. I will have to find a way to feed my family. If there is war, I will have to protect myself and my children, to do my best to avoid being raped, to try to find some kind of education or job opportunity to better my family's station in life. These will all be difficult endeavors because of my gender.
That's true. Because we live in a patriarchal society, you are given less power and opportunities than your male counterparts. Then, since your country has been colonized by me, you are even further oppressed. I feel that the students in Ms. Gijuni's post-colonial women's novels class should listen to your voice, since you speak from the most oppressed, most silent space. Maybe you have something important to tell people about our world's power structures, or maybe you will challenge the widely accepted ideas that men are better than women and that the West is better than the East.
Indeed, I think I shall write a novel about my awful experience with you and your colonizing nation. Since I will be writing in English, the language of you, the colonizer, I will be writing back to the center, attempting to unsettle the literary expectations of the Western world. My novel will make readers such as yourself quite uncomfortable, as it will call you to account and bring to light the terrible experiences that you have put me, my family, and my country through. My novel will likely contain certain themes in regard to what it is like to be a woman in a post-colonial society, such as gender inequality, sexual violence, power, capitalism, war, race, or access to education. I will use fiction as my vehicle to envisioning a brighter future for my country. This is how I will do my best to rebuild my country and recreate our identity as a people apart from you. I kind of hope you'll drown in the sea on your way home. Oops. Was that out loud?
Have a nice era of post-colonialism. Peace out.